Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we are doing two cars. We're doing Dave's white Fiesta Mk8, needs a new condenser. So we'll be doing that. Also his niece has got a red Ford Focus. That needs a condenser as well, funnily enough. So I'm doing both today and I need to get Dave's white Fiesta through the MOT as well. So we're going to be looking around it, checking it over, making sure that it's going to be all right for the MOT. And then, yeah, do the work on both the cars. Plus, obviously, I'll be in the background bidding on cars at Copart today as well. So if I win anything, the first scene of that will be on the Instagram account. So if you haven't already, guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button right where you are, because, you know, I upload every day now. So it'll be, yeah, great to have that notification when I upload. And, yeah, you can watch my journey. So let's continue. Let's get into it. I'll bring the cars in and I'll show you what we're dealing with. Let's do this. Right, okay, so this is Dave's car. And this is Dave's niece's car. Dave's car needs an MOT today. And we've got to change the condenser. It's just in there, you can see it. It's buried in there. So we've got to do that. But I'm not going to take this apart, this front end or nothing. I'm not going to do nothing with it until we go through with the MOT. Get that through. See what's going on there. Going to do a quick check over it. Going to look all over it, check all the bulbs, check everything, make sure everything works as it should. And then, you know, no advisories. That's what we want. So I'm going to do, you know, all the checks all over it and just check it before we take it. But for now, I'm going to crack on with this one. And again, this one has got no air conditioning. And again, it's going to be the condenser on the front. So yeah, we're going to get into it and start taking it out, start taking everything apart, stripping it down, just seeing what we can do to get it out. Do you know what I mean? So basically it might mean take the bottom cover tray out, then take the fan off, unclip the fan, and then drop it down. That'll give us more space. We might just have to take the whole the water rad off as well. So we'll drop the coolant out the system as well. And she's losing coolant as well. Look, she keeps topping it up. It's really strange, this one. I'll check for leaks as well to see if I can see anything what's going on with that. There might be some sort of slight leak under there, but we'll leave it for now. I'm going to check it all over. So, yeah, let's just get set up. I'll get the tripod out. Let's start tearing this apart and getting this aircon. Both cars, I've checked, are both empty of air conditioning. There's nothing in them whatsoever. So, don't worry about that, guys. It's all been out. And we'll just have to get it replaced and then get the air conditioning filled back up. This one's the old gas, so the mechanic at the end can do that. But this one is the new gas. He hasn't got that, so we can't do that in a minute. We'll have to do this somewhere else. I'll have to take it and try and book it in somewhere else for him. But yeah, let's crack on with this one for now, and let's just see how far we go. So let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, that is a lot harder than I thought. definitely a lot harder. There was no way that I was going to be able to just sort of, I thought, I've done it before, on the inside, you take the fan out, remove the fan from the inside, and then you sort of remove the water right, then the water, and it all comes apart. Nah, it weren't going to happen. So I had to go to the look at it, look, front bumper off, everything out, plastics everywhere. And once I did that and got to the front, I thought, okay, I could just whip out the actual air conditioning condenser on these clips. But then I noticed that there was a bolt right here holding it from the side. So I couldn't even pop it out. So it all had to come out. Got the new one there. And yeah, it's just a case of undoing this bolt. And then that's it. It just pops out nice and easy. So yeah, we're going to replace that with a new one, brand new, and then put it all back together. So basically, yeah, that's it. As long as this matches the new one, I'll check in a minute. I'm going to rebuild it all and put it all back. So, whew, what a job this is, but it's getting done. So let's do the reverse. Put the new one back in place, put it all back together, and then go and get it filled up. So yeah, crazy busy, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, okay, so that is the new one back in place, actually pretty quick. I just want to have a quick tidy up around bits and pieces. I want to change those rubber seals as well in there. You can see them there. That's off the original one, but I'm going to change those ones out, and I'll check these ones as well, just to make sure they're okay. And yeah, just continue rebuilding it, put it all back together. But I have got to take Dave's Fiesta now to be MOT'd. I'll come back. I'll let you know the results from that. And then we'll continue with this. And then we can jump on Dave's one. So let's go and take it for an MOT. And let's see how Dave's one is. So let's do this. Right, okay guys, I'm back from the MOT centre with Dave's Fiesta. Let me show you the results. Interesting one, this one, because he's a driving instructor and he does so many miles. I'll show you the miles that he's done from the previous MOT to this one. Is incredible. But we have a pass, but we do have advisories on this one. So look at the mileage that he does. Look, that's last year and that's this year. That's a lot of miles. And it's because he does, he uses his car every day, driving around. He's a driving instructor. So that's what happens. So let's have a look at the advisories. And as you can see, the top ones here, 1, 2, 3. Road wheel slightly distorted. Now, that's basically, those 3 wheels have been distorted because of hitting potholes around where we live. It is crazy where we live with potholes. Unbelievable. The size of them is incredible. So, you know, he's a driving instructor, and the guys and the people that drive his cars to learn how to drive their cars, their concentration is going to be like forward, looking at the road, and you know what I mean. When you're learning to drive, you've got this like tunnel vision. You can only see a certain amount, so they're not going to be looking for potholes. They're not going to see potholes. They're just not going to do it. So that was going to be, yeah, that's that's just something that's unavoidable. It's just what it is. We've got brake pads wearing thin on the back and the front, and we've got a tyre which is close to the legal limit on the back as well. But that tyre, he suspects and suggests that it's, again, because of potholes, it might have distorted the wheel and it's knocking it out of shape, and it's, you know, it's causing it to wear down unevenly. He's checked everything else is fine. So yeah, we have a pass, but we do have advisories. We're going to probably have the car in next week again for another job on this car. I'll let you know what we've got to do on that at a later date, but we'll probably do the brake pads then, and I think he's getting the tyre done as well. So yeah, even though we've got a pass, we have got advisories on Dave's car, but it does do some incredible miles, that car does. So yeah, we'll leave that for the moment. We need to crack on with this and get this all back together. I've got ordered Dave's condenser as well. So once we get a little bit further on this, I'll order Dave's condenser and it can be delivered in time. So yeah, let's continue with this, guys. Let's put it all back together and get this one finished for her. Let's do this. Right, okay, so that's it, guys. It's all back together. I'm just getting it up to temperature, just running the engine, just to see if I can see any sort of leaks or anything coming from this bottle. She's definitely losing some coolant somewhere. Definitely. But Really strange. Just trying to push the air through, get it up to temperature a little bit better. I'll top it up a little bit more. I just topped it up to the maximum, then it's dropped again. She must have a leak somewhere. I might see if I can find it for her. Because yeah, I'm sure she said she keeps topping it up, and it's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, but for now, get this one out of the way. Let's bring in Dave's white Fiesta. Let's get that stripped down, and then I can order the part. I want to just compare part numbers just to make sure I'm getting the right ones and stuff like that. So yeah, let me get this out of the way. I'll drop this down to the end. Mechanic at the end, he can sort of fill it up with the aircon, and then we can crack on with Dave's white one. So let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, that is the water rad. I'm going to clean it up before I put this back. But yeah, that's the water rad. Managed to slide the whole thing up here, I've got to be honest, like that. So without removing the front bumper or anything like that, managed to sort of pull it out, so that's good. The new one's turned up, so I just pulled it apart, just took it out to see what what the connection's like and that sort of stuff, and it's exactly the same as this. Sometimes they're wrong, so yeah, but in this case it's exactly the same. So that is, yeah, that's good news. Right, okay, now it's a case of just putting the new one in place. Clean it off first. I'll blow it all off, clean it up, put the new one in place, put it back together, put it all back together. Basically, it's just the start of the reassembly. So let's set up. Let's get cracking, guys. Let's put it all back together, put it in the car, and then, yeah, all we've got to do then is get it filled up. Hopefully, we'll get it filled up today, but I'm really running out of time. I might have to wait an extra 45 minutes for that to turn up after I removed that. So it sort of pushed the time on a little bit. I'll work something out with Dave. If we can't get it filled up today, maybe I'll get it filled up for him tomorrow or something like that. We'll have to work his plans out. I know we had today off. But yeah, let's get it all back together first and then we'll go down that route. So I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. So, guys, that is it. It's all back together. All I've got to do now is get the aircon filled up, and Dave should have nice, cold aircon air to drive around in. Can you see those headlights? Look, he knows about it, but look, can you see it? It's so weird, isn't it? Like, it's like just faded or something. Something's got in, don't know, it's really strange, but this one was like this at one point when he first got it, but now it's turned into that. So I don't think you can change those LED bits. I think you've got to change the whole headlight. But yeah, another thing that needs to be done on this car. He's going to keep it for a while, and I think he's just going to spend a few quid on it just to keep it going. I think it needs a new clutch. I think the clutch is going to go next. I think that's the next thing. But you know, we'll get to that at some point in a later date. But just waiting for the coolant to go down a little bit more. Bleed the system out and get it hot and circulated. But yeah, all I've got to do now, guys, is get it filled up. Got to take it somewhere else because, like I said to you, the mechanic at the end doesn't. His machine doesn't do the new gas, and this is the new one. So yeah. But you know, it is what it is. I'll have it booked in and yeah, get it filled up for him. But we're done. Whew, what a mission these air conditionings are, especially that on that Focus. The whole front end had to come off. This one weren't so bad, but it was just as tricky and just as complicated to swap it over. But at least it's done now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's it. I've already had the Focus back, the red one we done earlier. It's all been filled up with aircon and it's ice cold, so that is absolutely fine. That Focus absolutely works brilliant. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be the same situation when we get it filled. Let me turn it off. I feel like I'm shouting. But yeah, all we've got to do is get it filled up. I have won another project today, but they haven't let me have it yet. They might do. I'm still in the process of going backs and forwards with them. So we may still have that project. And if I win this car, the damage, you will not believe why they've ripped this car off. It is just unbelievable why they've ripped this car off. And if they let me have it at that price, then it's going to be a fantastic little car and little deal to have. But yeah, I'll let you know what happens with that, guys. Whether or not they let me have it, I don't know. It's one of them. I'm 50-50 whether or not they're going to let me have it or not because of what I paid for it. But yeah, I'll let you know about that. For now, that is going to be the end of today's video. And yeah. Not quite sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But for now, thanks for watching, and don't forget to drop me a comment and give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate it with my dirty hands. I should be wearing gloves. Look, I've got gloves. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.